And as you can clearly see, I am a very good display maker.
Run, car, run.
Go, car, go!
Run, car, run. You can never run away from your problems, though.
Oh my goodness, games! Hello, everyone!
Hey!
How you doing? Guess what? We're on episode 11. We've done 6 episodes straight. So, I got just a heads up, folks. We're going on a little break after this episode of Katawa Shoujo. We're going back to our do 6 episodes when we start playing them, and then we go do some stuff, and then we come back later. But welcome back to Oh My Goodness Games, Rinzuru, episode 11. Where last episode we saw Emmy run. And Rin left us off with a very interesting thing.
I don't know who I am.
She doesn't know who she is. She wished she could be like Emmy. And know who she is.
She's envious of Emmy for whatever reason.
Well, that's not envy.
It's envy.
Well, she just wishes she could be like...
No, what I'm saying is she said she's jealous. The proper word is actually envy. Envy means that someone else has something that you want. And jealousy means something you have you fear will be taken away from you. Like, say if you had a girlfriend and someone else was hitting on her and she decided to spend time with him too, you'll be jealous because you're afraid that guy's going to sweep her away from you.
Okay.
If we're being correct here.
Well.
So, if she's saying jealous, I think she really meant to say envy. She just got her vocabulary mixed up.
Well, she is Japanese. It's not like she's the best with words anyway.
Okay, anywho.
Alright, so we're back in the art club in this episode. Dang it, I keep clicking this and then it skips that text. So, should we start?
Yes.
And just see where things are going to go here?
Yes.
Today's art club meeting is currently on hold while everyone waits for Nomiya to show up. I take this time to try and explain my theory about Yamaku to Rin. I've tried to figure out what exactly about the school feels so special to me. That concept I unsuccessfully tried to explain to Yuko the other day. It's still difficult, but the track meet and the time I spent observing my fellow students have helped my ideas mature a little. Wow, she's like close to her. Have you noticed that people talk all the time? I can't really explain it, but okay.
Might want to close that because that could damage your...
It is closed.
No, it wasn't. It was open. I closed
My...
it for you.
Look, Tommy's showing me the lessons of the Dreamcast.
Hey, those lasers can get dusty, man.
Once again, as I try to explain my observation, I'm struggling for words. Also, he's trying to talk about, have you noticed people talk a lot in this school? He's saying that to the one person who doesn't talk all the time to people.
Oh.
I just love that little... Have you noticed people talk a lot? The student body is heavily cleaved, and I think that's that word. I don't even know. And I'm only now beginning to make sense.
Cletus. Hey, Cletus. Hey, Mater. What's up?
And I'm only now beginning to make sense of the intricate grouping and popularity networks. And yet, the feeling of being part of a group is stronger here than I remember it being in my old schools.
That must be a good thing.
Because it's a special needs school.
Special.
Yeah.
See, it's special.
Yeah, boy.
Special.
I'm trying to say that the school isn't like other schools. At least the students aren't, even after discounting the obvious. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh.
Nah, dude.
Oh, well, whatever then. Did he seriously expect she would, like, even...
Did he really just say whatever, man? Or
yeah, he's like, oh, what? Because he was like, I don't know. Have you noticed that? Do you think so?
I don't know.
He's like, what did he expect?
Talking to the person who doesn't talk.
I want to pursue the issue, but at this point, Nomiya arrives. The teacher's wiping sweat from his forehead.
Teacher and the ferocious beast!
The teacher's wiping sweat from his forehead with a handkerchief and breathing rather heavily. He quickly glances over the room, then settles down a bit. I think he was running! Hello, hello. Apologies for being late. Is everyone present? Good. I must confess, I haven't really planned anything for today, as I've been extremely busy
You got a
lately.
present for us?
I must confess, I haven't really planned anything for today, as I've been extremely busy lately. I'm sure we can come up with something entertaining. Anyone have any suggestions? I was thinking we could have discussions. I was thinking we could have a discussion circle since we haven't had one in a while. I, at least, found the last one magnificently enjoyable. There are some mummers here and there, but nobody raises their voice in support or against Nomia. We could delve into various movements of art, or does someone have a good topic in mind? Come on, throw it out there.
Let's draw each other like a French girl.
Come on, throw it out there. It doesn't matter if it's silly or odd. We can always cook up something interesting. And no one seems to be brave enough to make such a suggestion.
That's who judge her naked.
I'm not sure. That's college, dude, not high school. That's the awkward side.
Wait.
You're talking about still life, right?
So
And then you get a model and you gotta draw the figure, right? That's college, man.
I'm talking about a naked model.
Yeah, that's college. I did that, dude.
So you're telling me you drew someone naked in college?
Yeah, old lady came in and she posed and we had to.
She took off all her clothes?
Yeah.
What?
You want me to show the sketches? I got the sketches somewhere.
Sure. What?
Draw from still life.
But she was naked.
Yeah. She was an old lady, but yeah.
Why couldn't she just keep her clothes on?
It's because you're supposed to draw. You're supposed to see the figure of the person. Dude, why do you think the Renaissance painting is all naked people and naked people with statues?
But
They're showing the figure of the human body, the shapes of it.
Oh, I'm just shocked. That's all.
And there goes.
Why'd you stop mentioning it? I was itching something.
Okay.
I was itching
I'm
my
just the fact we're
side.
talking about someone getting naked, so it's like.
Well, at least it was an old lady versus a hot chick.
Man, well, there's sometimes they do that too.
Okay, I'm
Jeez,
definitely gonna go sign up for art class.
Yeah, you would not be able to handle art class.
I'm like kidding. I'm pretty good at art.
As the awkward silence refuses to be broken, I lift my hand in the air. Oh, our newest friend seems to have something in mind. Speak up, my boy, speak up! Well, I don't know about anyone else, but I've always wondered why art exists in the first place. My voice trails off. A silence sets in the room, and nobody makes a follow-up on my meek suggestion. Then the teacher bursts out in laughter. Excellent! Very good indeed. Right out of the gate with the big one, huh? Fabulous! Chuckling, he shifts some papers around on his desk for a few moments. When he's done, he appears to have made some sort of decision. Very well then. Let's run with this and see where it gets us, shall we? Oh my, even an old foggy like me gets excited with such delicious enthusiasm present. Oh my, indeed.
His tongue is what?
Stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it, mister. Why? He really is an art teacher. Let me gather my...
Do art teachers do weird stuff like that?
Well, yeah, come on. If you want to be art, you gotta be a little out there. Let me gather my thoughts a moment so I can figure out a good starting point for everyone. For some reason, the teacher seems to be almost literally bursting with excitement. He scribbles a few things down on a loose sheet of paper, then cleans his glasses with a handkerchief. He strikes a pose, then freezes for an overly dramatic, artistic pause that spans what must be half a minute. It's so quiet, I could hear a pin drop. First, let's come up with a few questions that we want answered. Such as, what is art and why does art exist? Anyone have any questions that might be related? The boy with glasses pipes up for almost immediately. His voice is soft and quiet, and I have a hard time making out what he says. What defines an artist? After him, another question comes up.
If I fill a cardboard box with water and call it art, is it art?
Everyone laughs at that, even the teacher. That's a good one.
Well, is it?
Is it?
I have no idea.
Well, keep in mind, let's, have you ever seen that Campbell's tomato soup painting?
No, I haven't.
There's a one of the most famous paintings in the world is this guy literally did a photorealistic painting of just a Campbell's tomato soup can.
I'd call that art.
That's
because it's a painting.
Well, is that all it takes?
I'd say yes. Well, I mean, alright, here's what I'm thinking. If you paint, or if you just slap a can on a table and call it art, you can't call it art because you didn't create it. You just slapped a can on a table.
Yeah.
But if you draw a picture, a really realistic picture of that can, you just drew that picture. Therefore, it's art because you created it. It just so happened to be.
So it's you believe art is if you create something, it's art.
Basically.
Even if you're just copying something, like literally this guy, what he just did is he just drew a can. He didn't
to an extent.
He didn't modify it in any way. It's
exactly,
just a can.
But he drew it. He physically drew it. However, not everything you create is considered art. For example, for example, if you create a video game, it can be considered art if you call it art, but if you don't call it and just call it a video game, therefore it's not art, it's a video game.
Okay, you kind of contradict yourself, because I literally just said, so if you create something, it's art, and well, if you make a video game, you created something. Because it seems like you're...
Yeah, and I was trying to explain it. What I'm saying is, let's say you create a video game, but you don't call it art. You call it a video game. It's not art. But if you decide to call the video game you made art, it is now art.
What if someone... Okay, so... the creator needs to call art. Here's a good thing.
The creator itself needs to call it art, and he has to create it in order to call it art.
What if someone is inspired greatly by the work, and they call it art?
Do they recreate it and then call it art, or do they just look at it and say that's art?
Because keep in mind, dude, there's some people who don't create stuff and they still critique art. They judge art. They love to look at art.
Oh, in that case, yeah. In that case, forget the last part I just said. Anything you create is considered art.
See, the whole point with that can was it challenged things. That was the first time someone just did art, and they didn't because everyone at that time it was like.
I take it everybody thought art had to be something that you never really seen before.
It had to, it had to be something you never seen before. It had to be an extension of yourself. This guy just did. He drew a can. He drew Campbell's tomato soup, delicious tomato soup. He didn't do anything modified, but he painted it. He worked hours and hours on it.
I'll give you another example, Ryan. Somebody made that little pinwheel fish on top of your head, on top of your lamp.
Yes.
That's art.
Okay, yeah. There's a little thought experiment. So a little divergent. There's a little thought experiment. It's this picture. It's this one. It's called it's a picture of a pipe. And in it says, "Siehst un pipe." Or it says something in French. There's a French line underneath. And what it's saying, and want to know what it says?
You're talking too loud for my ears.
Okay. So there's a picture.
I know, don't repeat yourself. Just tell me, what does it say? What is it?
It says, in French, it says, "This is not a pipe."
Huh?
Yeah, in French, there's this picture. It's one of my favorite pictures ever. It's this picture of a pipe. And at the bottom in French it says, "This is not a pipe."
What was the purpose of that?
Because, well, it isn't a pipe. It's a picture of a pipe. It's not...
Oh, I get it! Yeah, that's funny.
And even then, that's the big challenge with art.
Oh my god, that could confuse the crap out of people.
Well, that's the art idea.
That's like equivalent to that realistic Campbell's soup painting you said. It's like if someone just wrote on the bottom, "This is not a can of soup."
Or, well, it applies.
Well,
So some people could see that and say, "That's not art. That's just a can." Well, it's not a can. It's a picture of a can. See, some people.
I get it now.
That's the hard thing with art. Art has no answers because art is an extension of the person that makes it. And, well, people don't have answers. Humans do not answer things, really. Great! Wonderful, all of these. Let me start by saying that this is not a clear-cut issue by any means, and as such, I'm not going to give any answers to you. I'm only going to speak from my own perspective. Scholars have argued about these sorts of questions since time immemorable, and there have really been a broad ecliptical consensus. Okay, scholars have argued about these sorts of questions since time immemorable, and there have never really been a broadly applicable consensus reached.
Oh, I have one more question.
Yes.
Who invented the word art?
I believe it's a French word. It could be Latin. I don't know. That's like asking who invented the word. That's kinda. I'm sorry, dude.
That makes sense, though.
I don't think that's a question that can be answered. There are, however, some qualities that most tend to generally agree upon.
I one more thing, dude. One thing. Look at this dude. Oh wait, hold on.
Look at this.
Don't worry, I got one for that.
Okay, dude.
No.
Hopefully you should all find these acceptable as well. I hope so. Don't worry. We've been discussing, sir. We're already ahead of you. In short, art defines itself. It simply cannot be contained in a definition from the outside. Hence, the boundaries of art expanded and contract from forces within.
Look at his beard.
Dude, he's saying like the important things right here. Art defines itself. If anything, art has no definition.
Oh.
Every day, someone somewhere comes up with something completely outrageous that challenges any and all preconceptions. The core reason for this is that rather than the rational side of the mind, art appeals to the intuition, the instinct, the primal. You would find it very hard to explain why exactly is that you enjoy some particular style of piece, no? He doesn't wait for... He's saying sometimes it's hard to explain why you like art. That's why it's like... It's more primal. Art is more primal and less logical. He doesn't wait for a response before continuing.
No, I'm gonna sound dumb for saying this. What's the word primal mean?
Primal is like primitive, if you ask what primitive means.
No, I know what that word means.
Okay.
It means limited.
This is exactly why. Art is this sort of wild, uncontrollable thing that lurks somewhere deep in our subconscious. Now, why does it exist?
Because that's the way God made it.
Nomiya apparently expects someone to pipe up from a guest, but as nobody dares to interrupt his inspired speech, he continues. It was a trick question. You see, art also validates itself. Generally speaking, you might say that art exists for no other purpose than itself. It's something that exists merely to leave a mark in history. It's the defiance of a mortal against the face of darkness.
Is there a reason why you keep looking back at me, Ryan?
You're doing that.
No, I'm doing it because you're doing it.
I'm doing it because you're doing it.
Don't do it!
What? It's the defiance of a mortal against the face of darkness. As was once said, art is truly the proof of our existence. And you all should know that human culture and civilization are tightly tied to the existence of art. Then, what about the artists? What drives a man to dedicate his life to a thing so fickle and mysterious that it even defies definition? There are many answers for this as there are artists. But if I had to put it into words, an artist doesn't make art because he can, but because he must. Nomiya takes a pause.
Does he even know what the word must means?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Do you remember what Rin told us once?
What?
Remember? Do something just because you can. Isn't that kind of interesting? He's saying the opposite.
But
Yeah.
Must, like, the word must basically, the word must means you have to, and nobody has to make art.
Well,
Have to is not, have to would be a bare necessity, like you have to eat to survive.
well, what if an artist is so enamored with creating something that it is become a part of him?
Oh, I get it now. Okay, never mind. That makes sense.
Yeah. But that's an interesting little comparison right there. Rin has described, do something just because you can. You don't really need a reason. But he's describing, no, you need a reason.
That reminds me of the time I had a little portable fire in my hand, and I was walking around with it because it intrigued me, because I thought it was cool, because I liked the flames.
Uh-huh.
My sister's like, why do you have... My sister was like, put that out. Why do you have it? It's dangerous. So why do you have it in your hand? Like, why not? I'm like looking at it. I wasn't even doing anything to it. I was very careful with it.
Nomiya takes a pause, and his gaze sweeps over his audience, eyes flaring with passion. It is obvious that art touches the very soul of each and every human being in one way or another. So, if you are given a chance to connect with your fellow man in such a fundamental way, how could you not? There is a poem I'm very much fond of. I shall recite the most well-known part of it for you now. I feel that, for me personally, of all possible things, it captures best the essence of what it means to be an artist. Nomiya leans against the desk as he clears his throat in preparation. Looking at some distant place, he utters the words in a heavy afternoon air with his soft basso voice. To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wildflower. This is important, man. To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. There is a solemn and unbelievably awkward silence after he finishes reciting the short fragment. Nobody dares speak a word. Nobody clears his throat again. To be an artist is to see the world in a grain of sand. You see, dear children, without art, there would not be much to live for in this world. It is the most profound thing. He's clearly touched by this notion. I almost expect to see a lone tear rolling down his tough, rough cheek, but it never comes. I turn to Rin and whisper to her, So how is this a discussion circle? She shrugs nonchalantly and back at me.
The previous ones were the same.
To his credit, Nomiya does try to get some debate going, but the club seems to be reluctant to comply. I feel a bit guilty about opening my mouth. Maybe we would have been spared from this. As the meeting comes to a close, I realize we haven't once touched any paint or pens today. I feel somewhat disappointed.
Oh, look how far a stretch it is.
Please do not get that on my bed. Nomiya suddenly appears behind us, next to us. He seems to still be fired up from the speech he delivered. His cologne smells musky and saturine at the same time.
Oh, another word for musk.
Giving me an instant headache. Even though I'm not sensitive to perfumes, he's looking at Rin like a hungry wolf.
And I'm hungry like the... Oh, I better stop before someone copyright claims me.
Tezuka, do you remember Miss Sayonji, who visited us at the Hot Festival?
Hot Festival?
Sayonji. He's talking about someone. One of the people. Remember, some people came to see her mural that her teacher said was.
No, yeah, I'm saying he said Hot Festival. Does he mean the Sun Festival?
Miss Sayonji, who visited us at the festival.
Oh, I thought you said Hot Festival. I'm like, wait, what?
I think so.
I'm gonna tell you something amazing. The thing is, she's a very well-known gallerist around here. Turns out I might be able to get her to consider having some of your work on display. He ends his sentence with a dramatic gesture. He seems to be expecting Rin to show some sort of joyous, shocked reaction at such grand news, but she's...
Rin having a shocked reaction?
Dude! Come on!
Yeah, right!
Magnificent, isn't it? This could be a real chance for us to get ahead, girl!
But...
Now, I know I know what you're about to say. Yes, it wouldn't be a simple affair, but I think this is an absolutely fantastic opportunity. Frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if...
What if someone tells me she doesn't want her art like that on display?
Frankly, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we even managed to make it big. This could be the first step. And then, when the word is out, we strike while the iron is hot. Right, Nakai? Yeah, it does sound pretty great. And if you're into that kind of thing... See? We should definitely not let this one pass, am I right?
I don't really...
She seems to be troubled for some reason. I can't figure out why, but what Nomi is saying does indeed sound like a possible great thing. She looks pretty down, though, and confused. I've never seen her like this. So, what do you think? Rin looks up to her teacher's glowing face and then back down at her desk.
I'll think about it.
Nomi is at least taken slightly aback by Rin's lack of superlative or delight. Then he smiles widely at her and gently pats her head. Good girl. Huh. The club meeting is finally over, and as I lazily collect my things and help clean up, I start feeling exhausted for some reason. There isn't much to do, however, so it's over quickly. I catch up to Rin, who left the club room just a moment earlier, so we're walking down the stairs to the ground floor while I try to go over Nomiya's passionate speech about art. Rin seems to be lost in thought. Not an unusual state for her, I've learned, but something about her expression makes me feel uneasy. Penny for your thoughts?
That'd be too cheap.
Yeah, that's funny.
You're just overpricing your thoughts.
I wouldn't be able to sell them anyway. I'm not sure what I'm thinking yet. That'd be fraud too, like stealing candy from a baby.
That's theft, not fraud.
I have to think about what I think.
What is this about what the teacher said? Getting your work on display all night? All that? She doesn't answer, but stops in her tracks as we reach the lobby. We're the only people around. It's so quiet. Yeah, right. Where's the music? Footsteps echo from a few floors up, and someone hurries along the hallway.
I think I'm gonna go somewhere elsewhere.
I think she really is troubled. Want company? I can't promise much help with the thinking, but it's not like I have much else to do. I'm supposed to do some light exercise.
If you like.
Okay, wait. I think we should leave it off here. I think I know what's coming up. Oh, I like the scene, and now I feel terrible because now we're... Oh, shoot. Tommy? Tommy, did you like that episode? Tommy?
I did. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom. I had some Chinese food this afternoon. It's not settling well.
Tom?
Bye.
Okay. Well, I know what scene's coming up. And anyone who knows this game, I hope you know what's coming up. Tommy seems occupied for the moment, but we'll see you next time on Oh My Goodness Games. Oh, you okay? Dude? Oh my.